You open your DAW, that 8-bar loop, absolute fire. But 2 hours later, you're still stuck at bar number 9. Welcome to LoopGel. But here's your jailbreak, the 5E workflow. 5 days and 5 phases to finish the track. And this isn't a theory. I went from 40 unfinished loops to 12 finished tracks in 60 days using this method. And if you stay till the end, I'll show you a quick arrangement hack that will change the way you finish tracks forever. Let's jump into day 1. Day 1 is about catching the lightning, not about polishing rocks. Set a timer. 10-15 minutes max per idea and crank out as many as you can, 8 16-bar loops in this time slot. In order to be able to do it in 10 minutes, you need to have everything ready. So I'm working with my Sonic box. You can check the video about it. And because of that, I have my template ready. What does it mean is that I'm not tweaking around the sound design. I'm trying to create an idea that will work regardless of the sound design of the instrument that I'm gonna use. So you can start with the piano, guitar, whatever you're feeling comfortable with. Then think as a photographer, not as a painter. So quick snapshots, the best ideas. Use prompts to keep you going. For example, no use of snares, or chop your vocals to use it as hi-hats, or use B major only. Because constraints kill the what-if spiral. And if you don't know about it, check this video. When your timer calls, bounce each sketch to audio. Drop them to the folder, don't listen to them, don't tweak anymore, just leave it as they are. This is your formed clay. Next day in the morning, listen to your audio files, but important, audio files, not DAW. You will save a lot of time. Act like an AR manager. Pick the best candidate and back up the rest. These are your seeds that you can use in any future project. Focus on this one best idea. So during this session in day 2, 1 2-hour session, turn your best idea into a skeleton of your track. So flip the loop, pitch it up, pitch it down, transpose, write the B section, add layers, write the lyrics, record the vocals, experiment. At the end of the day, bounce to audio, close the project and leave it. Today you are the movie director. Turn your A-B sections into full story. Automate everything. Work on the contrast, make sure the song is engaging, and just like in the movie, that we know who the main character is, where they are, and what's their mission.
The main character is empathetic and feels others' literal pain.
So if you're still struggling to turn your loop into arrangement, let me help you out. And this tip is a game changer. And if you can find something simpler, more effective, please let me know. I would like to know. Here's the before. Static loop. It doesn't go anywhere. And here's the after.
My heavy heart will break.
Same idea, but a full turn.
My heavy heart will break. No, this is not the end.
Alright, so take your full 8-bar loop, this most intense part. I assume this is the peak moment of your song. Copy it across your timeline. And now, use subtraction. Start building the tension to get to your peak moment, and then gradually remove elements as a fade out to close the chapter. Use the 8-bar loop rule. Each 8-bar, we want to feel something fresh. You can remove elements, you can add new ones, depending on the moment you are in the song. So click around, listen back to the track, and here it is. Stupid simple, huh? And if you want my printable 5E checklist, link is in the description. Now let's get back to the process. Alright, we have the arrangement, now it's time to mix the track. Think about it as cleaning the house, not redecorating it. Group your tracks, color code them, and most importantly, it's time for you to bounce those MIDI files to audio. Don't let yourself tweak anything anymore. So now about the mixing. I want you to think about mixing as a space. It's like a 3-dimensional box. Is it tall enough? Is it wide enough? And is it deep enough? This one simple visualization changes everything. Let's break that down, all right? Tall is your frequency spectrum. Everything from the lowest sub bass to those sparkly high frequencies. And your tool for that is EQ. Wide is your stereo field. It's panning, hard left, hard right. You can control that with panning. And deep is that front to back distance. This is something you can achieve using effects like delay or reverb. It lets us feel the elements being closer or far away. And now think about it. Every single mixing decision is just placing your instrument in the correct place in that box. And that's all done.
Stop wasting time. Take your piece, put your piece in the box.
And here are just a few golden rules to help you out with this process so you don't end up tweaking here again. So first of all, start mixing in mono. It forces you to get the balance right, and if it sounds good in mono, believe me, it will sound huge in stereo. And remember to use EQ to cut out frequencies before you start boosting some other frequencies. By the way, I hope you're not mixing your instruments in solo mode, right? And before you slap a compressor or anything, please ask yourself why you're doing it. And always focus on priorities. So if you only have 15 minutes, I think it's more important to make sure that the vocal doesn't clash with instruments than to compress the life out of the snare. And finally, check your mix. Use professional reference tracks. Check your mix on different scenarios. Remember that most of the people will actually listen to your song on a smartphone. And if you're lucky, they will use headphones. So don't forget to check that out. Day 5 is the victory lap. And with a bang, and with a bang, and with a bang. Open your DAW, drop in the audio from the previous day session, the mixed one, and now it's time for your mastering chain. EQ for broad strokes, compression for glue, and limiter for loudness. And always A/B test with your reference track. They're a best friend at every stage of mixing and mastering. Again, test your master on different headphones and speakers. Remember to fix what's broken only on 2 devices across the board, otherwise you will never finish. Once you're done, bounce to audio, drop it to a folder, and congrats, you just went from a loop to a finished track in 5 days. That leap happened because every single step had a deadline, and my creative and critical brains were kept in separate rooms. So if I can flip a loop into a track in 5 days, imagine your folder's potential. This system is a game changer because it lets you practice each single phase of song making. So you're not only polishing your loops and spiraling your dopamine effect, you're actually achieving steps each day towards the end goal, which is the finished track. So you stop staring at one project for weeks and wonder if there is even a sense of turning this loop into a track. You simply follow a workflow and you make it happen. So yeah, instead of chasing perfection, you move forward and practice each single step of the process. So if this method resonates, hit like so other producers can also find this video. I'm personally deep into the 50-week style challenge where I make 1 song per week. You can join me, check the description, or you can just dip your toes, and then I have a challenge for you. Download the checklist and try finishing your loop this week. Let me know in the comment how it went. You don't need to brag with the end product, but feel free, of course. It's just for you to feel the satisfaction of a finished project. Thanks for watching. Please subscribe. I'm a new channel, and that will help me grow. And see you next week. Stay creative.